I hope you can hear me okay. So the question is, what is meditation? What is meditation? And I don't know what the official definition of meditation is. I've never looked it up. What it
It is nature's way.
It's nature's way, yeah. It's nature's way. That's probably a good answer, actually. It's nature's way. But yeah, I've never looked up the official definition of it. But okay. Can you go in the other room a minute? I just made this video. Is that okay? Is that okay, Kamala?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Now she's dancing around.
Go on. Get quiz.
Can I ask you one last time? Do you mind going in the other room?
But you're not saying anything.
Because you're in here. Is that?
Don't forget. That's nature's way.
It's nature's way. That's right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for listening. So yeah, I don't know the definition of meditation, but so I'm just speaking from my interpretation of it, let's just say, and that is I don't really see it as a practice, although obviously you could say it's a meditation practice, but I don't feel like it's a practice. Like what it actually is pointing to isn't a practice. Like it's pointing to wholeness, it's pointing to not a thing, and everything. Like you could say it's a revealing of what you are, a rediscovering or a revealing of what you are, beyond form, beyond things. So I've done many meditations, different ones like chakra ones. There's so many you can do. Chakra ones. I did angel ones, but the one that I initially started off with, I believe, is the mindfulness of breathing. So the counting of the breaths, where you would you count one and you breathe in and you breathe out, and you count two and you breathe in and you breathe out, 3 in and out, and you do it up to 10 and then restart it at 1 again and just keep doing that, 1 to 10, 1 to 10, 1 to 10, and at about maybe like 4 or 5 you'd like lose it, you'd get lost in thought. There would just be thought attacks and there'd be all these dreams of this and that, and your family or whatever, your work or a memory or whatever, just thoughts would come and you'd lose track of the counting the numbers, and then you'd remember and go, oh yes, and then you'd come back to the 1 again and start again, the whole 1 to 10. And the forgetting and getting lost in thought wasn't like an error, it was just the way the way it would happen, as the thoughts had been so used to being the predominant thing. So attention on thoughts was always something that was the way you lived, just thoughts, thinking. And so you get lost halfway through the counting, into these thoughts. So you do that for a while, 1 to 10, 1 to 10, getting lost many times at 2, 3, 4, and then there'll be like a second stage of that where the counting would be after the breath. So you'd breathe in, breathe out, 1, breathe in, breathe out, 2. Now it sounds quite similar, but there seemed to be a difference in it. I can't remember. There's a difference in the two stages. Like, I think the first one is more to help the mind get used to. It's more like the mind's at the front. So the counting was primary. You count to help the mind get used to that consistency and focus. And then I think 2 is more like there's still the counting there, but it's more the breath is there. 1, 2. There's a different quality to stage 2. I feel that I can't quite express, but there's a different quality to it. Yeah, anyway, and then after you do that for a while, and then there'd be stage 3 where you'd stop the counting completely and it would just be the breath. There would just be everything. There would just be what is happening. Just life happening. And I suppose it's a revealing of that. So you could call it a practice, but it's not a practice like the mind will always see things. The person will always see things as a means to an end. So we do this practice. We spend time counting the breath and then not counting the breath as a means to getting something. For me, this will give me something. I'll arrive at some point after doing this practice. Like, it wants to own and claim and have something. It's trying to find something. It's trying to find something for it. So that's a misunderstanding based upon the person, based upon the mind, seeing that this is all about it arriving or it achieving or it having. Whereas meditation is simply a revealing of what already is. So in a way, all satsangs, all meetings are a revealing of what already is. All practices really are about, if they're like in the essence of them, maybe is about a revealing of what already is. It's not an arriving at or an achieving of. It's a revealing of what is. and in that revealing, this sense of separation, this sense of you collapses. This sense of you isn't an actual thing, it doesn't exist. So it's simply that, or as Kamala was saying, it's nature's way. It's nature's way. It's nature's way. From the mouths of babes. Thank you.